Hey guys, it's Susan. Welcome back to my channel, Hot Mess Quilter. In this video, we are going to be doing some free motion quilting, and I've decided that I wanted to use some Aurifil thread in my upper, and I made some Aurifil thread bobbins for this particular quilt too. You know what? Let's just hop on the frame. Hey guys, get ready to do some free motion quilting with my Jazz II on my Grace frame. I am using Aurifil thread. It's been a long time since I've used it. I've never used it with this frame. So we're going to see how that goes. And I also made bobbins using Aurifil thread for the bobbin. I was using my glide bobbins, but the thread kept breaking. So I'm not sure what that was all about. I currently have my tension set on 8 with this 100% cotton thread. So I have my triangles quilt. If you follow me on my Facebook page, I think you might have seen me working on that triangles quilt. So I've got that on. It's kind of in Halloween-y fall colors. And I'm just gonna do some edge-to-edge quilting. I did hand baste this. Once I put it on the frame, I actually just did a running stitch. I normally don't do that, but I felt like some of the edges of this weren't great. So I've got it secured. I've already checked to make sure I can grab the first knuckle of my finger. And I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do it. I'm gonna lock stitch in the batting actually. Move my chair a little bit. Okay. Now I think I had told you once before, sometimes when I use this side clamp, it gets in the way of my machine. So if you think you don't need it, don't use it. Sometimes I can hold it pretty good. I don't need it, but it just depends on my scenario. Okay, here we go. All right, I feel like I'm stuck on something and I don't know what. Here we go. Ooh, got a little carried away. Something is not right. What am I feeling? I don't know, but I did not do a practice piece with this bobbin, and now I'm kind of wishing that I had. I'll get my rhythm. Top stitch looks really good. Now I should be able to. I'm just quilting in the border right now. I didn't want it to be super, super dense, but sometimes I have to work the way that my brain works, and apparently my brain thinks this is going to need to be a little more dense. I'm going to come back one more time and fill in this area over here. Definitely have a better rhythm going. I don't know what was literally snagging me up on that other corner, but it did not make me very happy. I think I'm going to actually give this quilt as a gift. My friend, who's also my neighbor, went nuts over it. I'm doing lots and lots of echoing here. Nothing wrong with that. Fill in those spaces. I'm also trying to make my little design to go several different directions. And because I don't have a ruler foot on here, I really have to think about spacing in between my rows of stitches. If I had a ruler foot, or I do have a disc-shaped foot, that actually would probably be better. I would probably most likely be able to get a little better spacing. If any of you follow my Facebook page, you know that someone my husband works with, she is a quilter, is gifting me a full-size frame. She, I think it's a German name, Heidelberg. She actually had to get a new quilting machine, and by doing that, she decided to go ahead and get a new frame with it, because and everything just kind of comes with it. So she said I could get it. So I've been researching what actually goes with that particular frame. I think Handy Quilter, Voyager, there's several, and there's a few I'd never even heard of. So I'm kind of on the lookout maybe for some used ones. That would be great. The beauty of that particular frame, I looked it up, is that I can put my batting on a roll underneath the frame. So it may just be as simple as selling this one, using it for something else. You know, my dream is to have a maker studio one day. It would be nice to have some extra things for people to use. One-handed, I got a little carried away, so I'm going to come back in here. I feel like I hear my bobbin. Yep, it ran out or something. Pooh. Man, I was going along so good. This has been my problem, is that the thread has been breaking. The top thread has been breaking. So I don't know if I need to increase or decrease my tension. But let me bring you over here, and then we'll kind of look at the top stitch. Okay, so here's my stitches on the top. So over here's where I was having some issues right there. I don't know. I felt like it was getting caught on something underneath, which it may have, maybe a pulled stitch. And this is just my crummy job. But once I hit my rhythm, things started to look a little bit better, as you can see. I am not good at going back through and retracing my steps. All right, hey, love it. All right, let's look at the bottom. Okay, so I found out what the problem was. It was my basting thread. So when I was getting that weird little snag, it's because I guess my basting thread was getting caught up in the foot, in the pedal. So I'm going to go through and take all that out. But once I got through that little snag, you can see I have a few little areas. It's okay. It's not that serious. I think my tension otherwise looks pretty darn good. You can see, I mean, the stitches are not horribly uneven. I mean, it's free motion quilting. It's going to be adjusted. There's a little something there, but not crazy. Oh yeah, here's some more length of my basting thread. Oh, it's underneath. Okay. So I am good with this. I think I might actually try dropping the tension to 7.5 on my next go around and see if I have any issues with thread breakage there. All right, let's see if we can kind of pick up where we left off here. Okay. Let me pull up my bottom threads. Wow, I feel like there's a lot of them. What is happening in my life right now? Okay, nope, we're good. It's just so much thicker than that glide thread. It feels different to me. And I'm going to put a couple little lock stitches in, especially, and go back over that area that other thread broke on. Nope, it broke again. Look at that. Maybe I just need to kind of research why. It's not old thread either. This is pretty new thread. I mean, I just opened it. It was still in the package. So if anybody has any suggestions about why my thread would continue to break, I am open to what you have to say. I just want to show you that, like, this crazy stuff happens. It happens to me a lot, I feel like. But here's my thought process on this situation. If I get good at troubleshooting now, imagine how much better a long arm, when I get one of those one day, will be. Like, I'll be able to troubleshoot on a long arm because I'm on one of the Unique website or Facebook pages, and trust me, those people have issues with tension and stuff too. Okay, so I'm down to like 7.2, I would guess, if I had to take a guess. Oh, come on, baby. It definitely makes a difference in how my stitches are looking. I'm just going to kind of come back in here and fill this in. I'm going to go a little faster. Maybe I can get a little smaller stitch out of the deal. I wonder what the back's looking like. Teeny weird snag there. I don't know what that was about. Maybe going too fast around the corner. I need to slow down. Lest your confidence gets too big. It's never wrong to slow down. Here and fill in. If you knew how much I was concentrating right now, you'd be cracking up. I don't think I even stuck my tongue out there for a second. I went with this gray, and I can't remember the actual name of the gray. Aurifil has several grays. I just knew I definitely wanted something neutral, especially with this Halloween colored quilt. I'm gonna go back over here and kind of fill in this a little bit. Come off the edge. Okay, so I ran across that. Oh, I see. Okay, well, maybe that was the problem. I literally snagged that basting stitch. I never use a basting stitch, so I'm not sure what possessed me to do that this time, but hey. Now the blue painter's tape is my reminder of where I need to stop before I get too far and end up with a weird bump on my quilt or something that I won't be too happy about. And I don't want to fill in all the way to the edge down here, because when I bump my pattern up, move the quilt, and resume, I can actually put a few loops in to kind of fill it in and make the pattern look like it's joined, if that makes sense. Something feels a little bit off, so I'm not sure what's happening there. I'm going to come around. All right, and I'm going to stop right here. So let me show you. Oh gosh, let me zoom in. I want you to take a look at what my thread is doing. So look at that. It just looks like it's definitely thinning out. So you know what my next trick is going to be? Oh, look at that little knot right there. Now this is a 110/18 needle, so that should not be happening. But that would be why my thread is breaking. So what I'm actually going to do is change the needle. Okay, so let's take a peek at some of this. All right, this is at the tension of 7. I don't hate it. It's okay. I think I went a little longer that time. Actually, you guys, that looks great. So let me go back over here. I think I picked up right here. And so you can see where I have a few little weird stitches, just trying to get my groove. I came back around. So here we can match the two different tensions. I'm okay. I actually think this is not too shabby. Okay, kids. The thread looks so dark. I think because my room might be a little dark too. All right, y'all, I'm happy. Okay, time to change. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Sometimes you need to know when to just stop. I'm hungry. I tend to get a little hangry. So the second time it went better. I do have a new needle put in. So when I get back on there in the next day or two, maybe I'll have a little bit better luck. So I'll keep you posted. And honestly, if you have any suggestions or anything that you found, you had a similar scenario, please, please, please put some comments in the boxes below the video. I would love to hear what your take is on this. And until next time, see you guys.